one of the things I was thinking about this the other day is a lot of people when they get to races, they're not exactly sure, okay, should I be running a lot? Should I be warming up a lot? So I've been lucky enough, and my wife Kelly too, we've been lucky enough to be able to be down to Beach to Beacon for Kelly, in her case, for all of the races that they do. And one of the things that we've always noticed is, you know, the Kenyans, the elites, when they're doing their warm-up, you would think that these guys are the slowest guys on the planet. They are just 10-minute miles, 11-minute miles. They're just kind of moving along, and they're really taking their time and allowing themselves to warm up very slowly and bring their body temperatures up very gradually. They're not out there like a lot of us do. We get out, we get going, and we're thinking, oh man, I'm not running fast enough, and we go faster and faster and faster. They take probably the same amount of time that we do in warming up, but what they're doing is that they're doing it very slowly, and then they're allowing the body temperatures and their body to adapt to what they're about to do, conserving their energy but getting oxygen into the muscles so that they're ready to go when the gun goes off. So I just wanted to bring that up. And one other point, you know, a lot of people, especially when they come to a race like this, you know, you're going to head out. Some people are familiar with the course, they know it's uphill, but they forget how much uphill there is in the first mile. So what I usually like to do is I always like to run the first portion of the race, and if I'm unfamiliar with it, I like to run the last portion of the race. So I would do 2 or 3 miles warm up, I'd head out over the first part of the course, and then I would loop around, and I'd see what the finish looks like. Gets me familiar with what I'm going to be doing as I get to the end, when I may not be thinking as straight, as my head runs out of oxygen. So it allows me to kind of put my race plan together as well. Whether I go out conservative, whether I go out hard, whatever the case may be. So just kind of keep that in mind as you head out tonight. How would you set up your race plan for Emily's run in 2 weeks? Do I go out conservative? Do I get to the top of the hill? What do I want to do? And then maybe if you have any questions, we can talk about it after we're done here.
Going uphill, you go uphill for about 3/10 of a mile, and then you're going to slight downhill, make the left-hand turn, and then you're climbing again for another 3/10 of a mile. So 6 to 7/10 of the first mile are all uphill. So if you've exhausted everything you've got in that first mile, what's going to happen is you're going to get to the flat where Park Street is, where the school is. You've got that downhill in the flat. You're going to spend all of that time recovering, and then you're going to still try and recover as you head down towards that downhill mile. So what a more effective race plan would be is just get yourself to the top of the first hill. Then start to pick up speed, make the left-hand turn. Start to work a little bit when you make the right-hand turn onto Park Street. And then that's when you really want to work hard for maybe 30 seconds. Get you up over that first rise, and then let that momentum to carry you so that you're not completely exhausted. You can rest and recover for maybe 30 seconds, and now you can get back into a good cadence, a good rhythm as you start to head to the fast section of the course and be able to work down that without overworking. Make the right hand turn, and then you've got the last climb up here, and you know, for all intents and purposes, once you get to the turn here and you start down the driveway, you're going to find whatever you've got left anyway. It doesn't matter whether you got nothing in the tank or not. As Alan and Derek both said, they've never made themselves puke after a race, so they're leaving something in the tank, okay? They're not going all the way to the edge. So just, see if you see them puking on race day.
We play that true shepherd, it's full past the smile. We switch on your controls and you keep dragging for more like this. Satisfied, I don't focus, hero, scare up, we promote the fear. Come on, discover. Know your insides better than I do. So come on, discover. What did the stars say? Come on, discover.
So I thank everybody for coming tonight. I hope you all enjoyed it, and we'll look forward to seeing everybody in a couple of weeks at Emily's Run.